Oh, we're just cleaning the equipment here with some Chemsan. It's a phosphoric acid. It will sterilise the equipment, and it's no rinse, so it's much better than bleach or soap.
So just tipping the last of that in. It's been in the bucket for half an hour or so. Clean the actual press out, clean the bucket out.
Perfect.
And then, okay, so we've got the fruit ready, we've got everything clean. Jake's just putting the sugar in. We're putting the sugar straight into that big bucket. There's 2 bags of sugar, going to put them both in.
Yeah, normally with grapes you don't need it, but because we're using blackberries and red currants,
All the other fruit,
all
yeah.
the other gooseberries, you know, you need to up the sugar, else you're going to end up with 6%, not 12.
Yeah, and we got, what was it, not between 9 and 11% last time.
Yeah, we want to get to about 10 to 11 minutes.
Yeah, it was
11
good.
is
It was nice wine though last time.
really good wine, yeah.
So
What are we doing?
then put this here.
So 2 bags of sugar. I normally use 1 per demijohn, which is 4.5 litres, so this would be enough for 9 litres. But because we've got grapes in there, probably it's enough for like 15, I'd have thought.
We've got grapes,
add a
we've
bit
got
more.
gooseberries, we've got all different fruit in there.
We're going to
so-
test the gravity with a hydrometer.
Yeah.
and
So
then that'll,
that's the sugar
tell us.
in. We've got to put some water in. Hang on.
Do-
So what we're doing is we're putting the fruit in. Last week we pressed the fruit just with our hands to break it up, just to split the skins, and then we put it into the bucket to leave it to ferment for a week, just for 1 week, so that the juice that we produce out of it, as you can see, it's coming out, it's getting thicker.
So
That's
much
enough
juice.
because you won't be able to fit, you won't be able to press it.
I'm
if you're not
hoping the whole
careful.
lot will get in one eventually.
Oh, well, you just
This
press
is
it.
about half the fruit and about a quarter of the juice, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe half the juice, I don't know.
Will the did that fall out or did
Yeah,
it
it's
fall
just
in
one
the
grape,
tub?
don't worry.
Okay. So yeah, we're going to press it. When it's pressed down, it'll produce all this juice, which is fantastic. So let me just. So you can see the juice running out of there. We've got a sieve to get rid of all those lumps and all that sort of
There's only
thing.
a few.
And you can see all the lumps.
Any
and-
lumps, you see? It's just,
Yeah, it's just a few seeds,
a
isn't
few
it?
seeds, yeah.
So we've got. Ooh,
So it's all sterile.
that's good.
I just want to get it.
Yeah, get it right under there. So he's going to wind that down and press it, and that will press. Oh, it's dribbling out of the actual thing. We do with leaning over. There we go. That's it. So yeah,
Oh, a bit of
once
a slope
that's
there.
done, we're going to press it, and that will get a load of juice out. So we broke all the skins of it for last week. Put it in the tub. We didn't put any sugar in. We just put it in a tub. Topped it up with a bit of water, left it for 1 week to ferment in the bucket, which it's done. And all that fruit that you can see, they're all split. Well, a lot of it is. And now it's into this big bucket, and this is just juice. And we're going to press all this through, and what's left in the bucket, we'll keep pressing. We'll run the rest of the juice through. That'll fill this bucket up, and then we might top it up with a little bit of water. Is that what we're going to do?
Yeah, water and sugar depending on the gravity at that point.
Yeah.
The sugar content to make it a nice 12%.
Yeah.
That's
We've
what
put-
we're aiming for. 12.
We've put a little tiny bit of water in the bottom of the bucket, along with 2 bags of sugar to start off with.
Yeah.
And then this is pressed.
Oh, hello, Bumblebee.
It's because I've got a blue shirt on. They love my shirt.
I love your shirt.
They love my
I
shirt.
like your belly.
Don't sting me, Mr. Webb.
Here we go. Anyway, first press.
So this is the
This
first
is extra virgin. This one.
press. Oh, it's really going for my shirt.
Wait.
Oh, it's gone.
Here it
Bye,
goes.
Bumblebee. It's
Stand
probably one of
by.
the ones I saved.
Yeah.
There we go.
This will also filter the rest of the wine through it as well. Which will be good.
It's starting to drip, mate.
Is it all going to go in the bucket? That's all okay.
Yeah, it's starting to. Look
Probably
at
take all.
that.
I need the.
Here
there
we go.
Slowly
So
does
this
it
is-
this
yeah.
because it can explode and go everywhere.
Okay, so this is pressing that fruit that's all split, partly fermented, pressing it into a giant bucket. It's
Gently
just
does
got a
it.
bit of sugar and a bit of water in.
Look at that.
It's going down,
It's a
isn't
nice
it?
colour.
It is a nice
That's the
colour.
blackberries. I tell you what.
Yeah,
I've got these blackberries.
yeah. Hang on a minute, let me just show you. So on the hedge there, you can see there's a load of blackberries.
1 week's growth. That.
Yeah, blackberries in the actual tub. Blackberries, black currants, gooseberry. Absolutely tons of gooseberries. 2
Highly
trays of
recommend
grapes.
blackberries in it. With
Yeah.
the colour, like
Gooseberries make it really sharp, but because
Yeah.
we put a lot of sugar
grapes
in,
for the sugar.
and yeah,
Currants again.
currants,
Lovely.
black currants, red currants.
Yeah. And
Can't remember what else was.
There's some
There was
elderberries
there was
in
some
there, but
blue,
they ain't going to do
there
much.
was some blueberries, there was some
Blueberries,
elderberries,
yeah, raspberries, strawberries,
a couple of plums,
homegrown.
um, Yeah, it's going well.
You could
So.
put apple, it won't press. So.
Yeah, we did apple before. Put 4 apples in the last one. Shall I? Oh no, I can't. I was going to say, shall I go and have a look at the apples on the tree down there? But it won't make any odds,
You
will
can't
it?
press the fuckers. You need to soak them for a week.
Anyway, I'll have to beep that his awful swearing out.
You can beep it or cut it.
Doesn't matter. Just too late. Anyway, so we try not to be rude on this channel because we know that some people have families and little ones, and we don't like them to
kids out
swear.
there trying to make wine.
Yeah, yeah, we don't want children to
they can't
hear swearing.
Yet, so.
They're allowed to make wine, but they're not allowed to swear.
Yeah. Right, look at that. It hardly needs filtering actually, because there's probably about 20 seeds that have come through. The fruit is actually filtering the juice quite well, so very impressed with that. Which means we'll be able to get more wine out of the final bucket, and less sediment.
So he's just chucking a bit more fruit in. There is quite a bit of juice in there as well. But he's trying to fill up the press with the fruit and the juice.
If I can get all the fruit.
I don't know that you'll get all the fruit.
That's going to be the best press.
That would be great, but I don't know that you will because it's nearly full now, and you've got a full jug there still.
I'll press it down one more, and then I'll fill it to the brim.
I think one more jug of it, and one more press of it will be good.
Press, and then,
so yeah, I'm just showing you because it's still running.
Plenty of juice.
We want to try and get that up to number 20. If you're watching this video and you want to zoom in, you can see it's nearly up to 15. So it's got another 5 litres to go, which will bring it up to 20, which is kind of where we want to be. Then we're going to have a look with the hydrometer to see what the alcohol content is then, and if we need a bit more sugar in it. Is that correct?
I think we're probably going to need another 200 grams of sugar, I'm going to guess, to get it to a decent, but we've got high alcohol strength yeast, so we could go silly if we want.
What, we could make it stronger?
We can make it, probably it goes up to 18 if you really must, but that's just, you're talking.
We want to make it nice and tasty.
Yeah,
last time it was tasty, wasn't it?
You end up drinking like fortified wine, sherry and port.
Oh, we don't want that.
Yeah, it might be a bit much.
We'll see how we go. Anyway, he's going to just run it now as a press. It might have to tilt it forward. Oh, look at that! You see, it's still coming out. It's coming out nice, mate. And he's not even started pressing that. Like, he's going to start pressing it now. He's only doing it slowly.
Yeah,
you can see that before it was lots of juice coming out, and now he's pressing it. This is the juice from the actual fruit. Wow. Oh, there we go. Look at that. And it's a real nice colour.
It's a good flow there.
Go on, keep going. You pressed it quite far down before, didn't you? You took it down to like 3 inches above.
If you go too far, it will start squirting out the top, and it doesn't matter.
Well, no, as long as you go slow, it wouldn't, will it? It'll just press it as long as you go slow enough.
What I want to do is get the rest of it in there. So I'm doing one big press with everything in the end.
You've got all the fruit in there. You've not taken any out.
No, I haven't taken any out. I'm not going to take any out at all.
Just going to try and press it all
filling it up
through.
until it's all in there. I'm going to have one big cake at the end.
All right.
Talking of which,
yeah, we need cake.
Could have a cake break.
Good. I think you just need to keep going a bit more.
Are
you going to press a bit more?
Yeah, I will in the end. I want it all in.
So I'm just showing you what's left. It's sort of up to about here where it's pressed. A lot of the fruit is actually in the press. Some of it's still in the bucket. Just moving that back so that we get strain it all out.
Yeah, it doesn't need it so much.
But there's the majority of the fruit, you can see there's a lot of its juice in that bucket.
Yeah,
and it's trying to press it all through there so that it's all in the actual press in a wanna, all the crushed up
right
fruit.
At the end, and then we're going to do a max press basically right to the bottom.
And press it right to the bottom. But yeah, I'm just showing you what we're doing.
And all that's left will be skin.
Yeah.
You know, so some people make wine out of the skins. Not this time round for us. But
what, for another time?
Yeah, the French do it with the end of season skins and stuff, don't they? So.
Right, anyway, I just thought I'd bring you in and show you that, just so you can see. You can see there's not many pips left in there either, which is fantastic. That's nearly full, mate.
Yeah, he's getting it.
So he's just going to spin that round and he's going to press it. There's another press. You might have to move that.
It's going to have to move, yeah.
You're going to have to move the whole thing. You need to move it back a bit because it's hanging off the edge. The whole
thing.
Legs.
Right?
Yeah. We should have put a thing under.
It'd be nice if it was sloped down.
Okay, so he's started pressing it. I mean, it was down. It wasn't far down. It's probably a couple of inches down. So it's just gonna keep going.
Lean it down again. Whoa!
Look at that. That's it. will it go if you
Bit by
keep
bit.
pressing, or will it shoot out?
Well, it will shoot out, so I do it bit by bit as it fills up with juice. I empty the juice, it makes more space for the next juice.
Okay.
This is going to be a bucket full.
Yeah.
It's going to be excellent.
We've got a little bit more fruit in the bottom and some juice, isn't there?
There's a bit more juice to go in still. This is going to be a bucket full. It's going to be right to the brim, which is best. The less headspace, the better.
So it's just topping it up with the last of the fruit
This is going to be
to press. Can you tip it up the bucket a bit, just so
Yeah,
you
I'm
can
gonna
show the
empty
lovely
it. I'm
people
gonna
what's
empty
going on?
empty the whole thing
Just
now.
going to tip it all in. It's just the juice and all that. So we tilted it. Oh, look at that! It's all just seeds in the bottom. Is that just all your grape seeds, isn't it?
Just a bunch of seeds. I
It's
think,
lucky
yeah.
that you didn't eat those grapes. They'd be all in your belly, growing. You'd have grapes
Grape
vines
seed
growing
belly.
out his head. Anyway, so there we go. That's everything in. He's going to put that back in within the. You're going to tip that last little
Yeah,
dribble
just
in.
getting that out of the way so I can... Not every morsel.
There we go. Nearly there. Oh, that's it, I think.
That's all the juice, isn't it? That's just
Yeah.
grape seed then.
So we'll tilt it up a bit. He'll put that back into the actual press in a sec.
This is just to get all
Yeah,
the juice
get all that
through
lovely
now,
juice through.
filtered by the skin.
Very nearly up to the 20 mark. I think when he's pressed it again, it'll probably bring it up to the 20 mark as well.
The yeast tank does 23 litres, so perfect.
Yeah,
20 litres would be ideal.
yeah. So all of it's in, juice is in there. What's left of the fruit is in that. And he's going to press it, and he's just going to continue to press it as much as he can to get that down as far as he can. You can see it bubbling out the top of the juicer.
We'll go slowly. When it
It's got to
bubbles,
be
just
really
wait,
slow, so it just waits to
make
get
some
the.
space,
Yeah, there we go.
and carry on.
It's bubbling quite a bit, so
I
give it a
reckon we
minute.
had to turn this thing down to halfway probably by the time.
Let's hope
Once
so.
it's just skins and pips.
Because it's going, it's rising up. It's halfway, or almost halfway between the 4 and the 20.
Wow. Smells good, it looks
Does
good.
smell good.
Once the yeast is in there, it's going to get really good. That just takes time now. Half a turn every couple of
Yeah, it's
10
squirting out
seconds.
the top. Let me just. So all the fruit's in, all the juice is in. The juice is going through the fruit, which is filtering it. Jake's pressing the fruit. Look at that.
Still
Still
more
more
juice,
coming. It's
yeah.
up to 20 already. Just read the packet of yeast, and the yeast will do 22 litres of fruit juice and grapes juice or fruit juice, which is fantastic. There's 20 litres at least there. The bucket's on a bit of a wonk anyway, so we're nearly there. But he's going to keep pressing. We're going to
Going,
keep
yeah.
going, and then once it's all completely pressed, as much as we think we can get away with, then we'll put the yeast in. So bring you back in a sec. Still coming out. So 2 years ago we made 26 bottles of wine, and we think it was a tenner, and we don't know why it was £10. But this year we think a £5, and we think that we're going to make 30 bottles of wine. Is that right?
It's going to be maybe 29 once the sediment's taken out, but pretty much 30 bottles would be 23.5 litres, I think.
Okay.
Give or take.
All right.
Sediment.
So we've used one. We're going to use 1 packet of yeast. We've used 3 bags of sugar. Last time we used 2. Last time it was between 9 and 11%, and this time we think it's probably going to be about the same.
Yeah. Cost of living's gone up, so how come it's cheaper this time?
Don't know. Don't know.
Still cheap. Anyway, it's going to be like 17p a bottle of wine.
16, 17p a bottle for a between 9 and 11% bottle of wine. Except
Yeah.
we're going to have probably 30 bottles.
I think it'll get up to 10%. I think I'm confident that it'll get to 10.
That'd
Which
be
is
all right.
nice
That's
for a fruit
nice.
wine.
Yeah,
Fruit wine,
for a fruit
10%.
wine, that's good. So, if all you lovely people out there in the world of winemaking, well, not winemaking, just general people, not children,
Yeah, over 5s only.
over 5s. If you're in France and you're 14, apparently you can drink as long as the parent with you. It's like you can drive a car like at the
Yeah.
age of 15 if you've got a
You
parent
can-
with you,
you
but
can
not when you're
drink-
drinking
You
wine.
can drink alcohol in the UK from the age of 5 at home From the age
I
of
don't know.
5.
You're making really?
No, from the age of 5. But if
What,
you're
when
out
your
in a
parent-
pub,
I don't think you can. I think
you
we're making
from the age of
stuff up
5.
on.
It's legal, but obviously you
don't
don't
know that
go
it's
and have a
legal,
beer when you're
is it?
5. But if if a kid steals
Can you
your
just
beer
say
at
that it's
home-
your own opinion that you're saying this?
No, this is legal rights. But generally people don't. It
Jake's,
doesn't mean,
sorry, Jake's got children, so I'm not going. I'm going with Jake's opinion.
My kids don't drink,
The kids don't drink.
and they're only 4, so of course they don't drink. So,
Anyway, this just been silly, but we're
but
making
14 if
wine.
you're in a pub.
This is 20. We reckon it's going to be about 22, 23 litres of fruit juice, 3 bags of sugar, 1 packet of. What's the yeast?
Oh, do you want to see
know
the
what the
yeast?
brand of yeast is, or do we? We're not sponsored by anyone.
I
You can
think
show
it's
the
just
you can show the
generic
packet.
yeast here. Look,
There you go.
high alcohol wine yeast. I bought it from a company online. Don't know who. Can't remember. It was £1 for the packet and £1 for the postage, I think. So
There you
I
go.
bought a couple of spare packets for next time as well.
Yeah. So that's what we've
There's
got.
all 3 colours of grapes.
Nice.
It says or other juice actually, so it is specifically for grapes, I think. But
Yeah,
any
but
juice?
we've got. So ours is, as you know, it's blackcurrant, elderberry,
company in Somerset.
gooseberries,
So there we go.
blueberries, strawberries. There's
Strawberries
a
are
bit
in
of
there,
pineapple
yeah,
in there
and
as well. A little bit of
raspberries,
pineapple,
Shall
raspberries.
I put the yeast in then?
Yeah, put the great yeast in whilst
It's
we're
ready.
filming
The
that
yeast
as
is
well.
ready.
Yeah.
You can put it straight in. You can make a starter.
All you got to do is just chuck it over the
It doesn't
top.
make any difference to
No.
us.
So he's
We're
going to
need a
sprinkle
pair-
it over the top.
we're
You're
gonna
going
need
to
a pair
keep
of scissors.
pressing the.
Is there a pair of scissors?
There is a pair of scissors somewhere. Bear
There's a
with me.
knife in it.
There's a pair of scissors somewhere. I don't know where they are.
I'm gonna knife it. I've knifed it.
Okay. He's going to sprinkle the yeast over the top. We're going to bring you in to just watch that as well.
Needs to go just.
I think this will probably be
I'm just having a
split
one
into 2
last
videos.
hydrometer
One of them
reading.
us being drunk and splitting
We are
the
looking
grapes
at
and that.
yeah, that's going to be 10.5. 10.5.
10.5 to
10.5 on the
11%.
hydrometer. If it goes right down to 0, so if it's still a little bit
Lovely.
sweet, we'll probably stay with 10.
There we
Just
go.
gonna get
So
that,
let's look at that. Sprinkling the yeast over the top.
and that'll just sit there and hydrate.
It'll do its thing. And then, are you going to give it a stir later? Or do we
I
do it on
usually leave
bother?
that for 15 minutes to hydrate on the surface,
Right.
rather than make a starter. And then yeah, I'll stir that yeast in once it's hydrated.
Jake here
Put the
is,
bloody lid on. so-
Jake here is actually an expert because he actually brews beer. And although you don't make many videos for your brewery video
Not
thing,
lately.
he does brew beer, and he is Jake's Garage Brewery. Is that correct?
Yeah, it used to be anyway, but
What's it called now?
I think it's just Jakey Chops. But I grow a lot of veg on the allotment. I might make a beetroot wine next year.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, it would be. There's sugar in it. So.
Yeah. Well, it used to be the Good Life, and they used to make pea pod wine.
Yeah, I never tried that.
I think we should make that. They
can
put
give it a
apparently
go.
put
Do you eat the peas and then just use the pods, do you?
yeah, I think so. But they used
Sounds
I
revolting,
read
doesn't
it, and it was they put raisins in it or something.
Yeah, the raisins.
I think that's for the
you-
sugar, isn't it?
We probably could have used raisins here if we'd wanted.
Well,
but
we
then you
got
have to buy them
raisins,
from
which
the
is
shop.
the squish
so-
bits at the bottom.
Yeah,
isn't it?
you got to buy it from the shop. We wanted to use it all from the
Anyway, back
hedgerow.
to us making wine. We're making a lot of wine for very cheap. If you want to make wine for cheap, please come and watch our videos.
Yeah, subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe. That'd be nice.
Yeah. Like
And like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
And if you want to teach your children how to make wine when they're old enough,
Yeah, or when they're not old enough and they make it for you only, for your consumption.
there you go, mate.
Get them squashing
As
the
an
grapes.
opinion, I've got to say that because I don't know. whether
Or
it's-
send them to France, they can make it 2 years earlier.
Yeah. Go and see my friend Shay in the south of France, and he could. No, I'm not going to bring him into it.
Yeah, yeah. You don't like kids, then, does he?
He's got lots of kids. No,
He's
he hasn't
got
got lots. He's got a couple
Don't
of
like
kids.
other people's kids. Don't send your kids to the south of France.
Don't send your kids to South France. Not on their own, anyway.
No,
That'd be
definitely not
terrible.
their own.
Anyway, making wine. If you enjoy our videos, please like and subscribe. Most of the videos I make are about animals and spiders. If you're not keen on spiders, animals and wildlife, growing plants, blah blah blah. If you don't like spiders, probably don't watch the spider videos. But making wine, this is this.
We are almost at the end here.
We are very near.
Very difficult to get another turn out of it.
He's going to keep
I'm going
trying.
to try.
Just want to show you that my good friend Jake here, his wife makes the most amazing cakes. I'm just showing you. These are cupcakes, and his little kiddie
What are you talking
decorated
about?
them. So we're at the end of what we're doing. He's pressed it. He's done another 2 turns. He's going to do another 2 turns. We're at, if you look down there on that number there, that's number 20, and we're just above. And the bucket is actually tilted, so we've still got a little way to go. We're aiming at 22 litres. It's 23 litres is way up here, and we reckon it will probably come up about halfway there. So it's probably like 21, 22 litres, something like that, which is perfect. The yeast is in, which is why you can see it's already had that reaction and there's bubbles on the top.
I can't turn it anymore.
Can you not for the minute?
No, you leave it 5 minutes and then have another turn and empty it out.
Yeah,
just keep
so
doing this.
we're very nearly there. So that's more juice.
One more juice in it. It's another sip.
It is indeed. So we're aiming for 29 to 30 bottles. We've got to get some clean bottles for in 2 weeks' time. We're going to leave it to ferment here. We're going to put a hubbly bubbly on the top of it. It's not a hubbly bubbly, that makes no sense.
What is it called? I don't know, it's just a fermentation bubbler. One of these. If anyone knows the proper name for this,
if you could please comment, that'd be awesome.
This plastic bubbler, you can get them in different shapes.
It's a bubbler. I'm pretty sure it's a bubbler. We've got a bucket that's got a thingy. Haven't you got you've got a bucket over there that's got a seal on it, haven't you? Not like a seal, but
this is the lid.
The lid. There we go. And it's got one of them little seals in it. See, and the bubbler will sit in that.
I'll clean this top with Chem-San.
Yeah.
I'll give it another rinse before we put it on.
Yeah. So we're nearly there, and we shall come back and we shall show you what's going on in a fortnight's time, and it'll be part 3, which will be decanting it, won't it? Is it decanting?
Bottling, yeah.
Bottling, decanting, yes, into the bottles.
And a short taster.
Oh yeah, we'll do some wine tasting as well, which is the bit that we're looking forward to, really.
Get some cheese to go with it, maybe.
Oh, we could do a cheese review.
Cheese.
I know. We did a cheese review before, and we got some lovely comments like, "Why the hell would anyone put a video like this?" Just spat here on it. And it's basically we do videos like that just to get comments like that, because some people are lovely.
To add valid content.
Absolutely, absolutely. Anyway, this is Ian's Field of Greens and Jake's Garage Brewery making cheap wine in a giant bucket out of fruit which is free.
16p a bottle.
16p a bottle, 17p a bottle, maybe at top.
Let's call it 17.
We'll call it 17.
Yeah.
The equipment Jake's already got because he brews his own everything, really, because he likes to drink. The fruit was free. The sugar this year was, we got 3 bags.
3 bags of sugar.
I reckon about $3.50 for the 3.
Is it probably?
We reckon it's a £5 for all of this, including the bag of yeast as well. A couple of quid for the yeast.
The cleaner was free because
you've already got it.
I got a bottle of it for 15 quid.
Absolutely.
And it lasts for 3 years.
Absolutely. So we've got all that. We reckon a £5 for 30 bottles. Last time it was 26 bottles, and we reckon it was a tenner, and we don't even know why it was a tenner.
Well, sugar really expensive.
Yeah, I think it was COVID sugar prices, COVID prices.
Of course, the living's come down since.
Absolutely.
Of course,
Anyway, there we go. How to make wine for cheap out of just random stuff that you found in the field.
Yeah. Cheers.
Hope everyone's well. Cheers. Oh, shall I get in there?
Yeah, you ought to get in as well.
I don't know that I am. I'll just fall in the bucket.
Stick your head in it.
Cheers.